वेलकम टू बाजार की बातें एपिसोड नंबर 4। आज हम लोग बात करने वाले हैं मार्केट के एक रैप अप की, स्नैपशॉट की। वील टॉक अबाउट लेवल्स ऑफ निफ्टी, बैंक निफ्टी एंड सम टॉप स्टॉक्स। और आज मेरे साथ है एज यूजुअल यू आर लेट्स बिगिन।
Yes, good afternoon, friends. And Nifty and Bank Nifty, both the indices ended on a record high. Nifty ended well above 18,300, and actually the low for the day was 18,248. So the low was 18,225 and above, which is a great thing. And Bank Nifty also made a significant rise from a low of, let us see, what was the low? 38,673, and it ended at 38,340. That's more than 700 points odd increase. Yeah, 702 points increase from the highs to the low. And this happened. And what actually also happened is that India VIX also came down significantly, down below 16, 15.77, though it is way above the levels of 11 and 12 that we have seen in the past.
राइट, सो आई मीन इंडिया विक्स ठीक है, ऊपर है नीचे है। आई थिंक एज लॉन्ग एज इट इज विद इन द नॉर्मल रेंज, इट्स आई डोंट थिंक इट्स अ big issue or a non-issue, I would say. This is what the daily of India VIX is looking like. See, यहाँ पर 11 पे आया, ऊपर आया, but then see, this is the phase when India VIX was considered high around 20. और अगर हम लोग साथ में इसको लाते हैं, if I can just find out where that thing is, yeah, I'll just compare it with Nifty, just so we can see क्या है. See, Nifty has gone up even when it was around 20, even when India VIX was around 20. It has gone up when India VIX was rising, and it has gone up when India VIX was falling. So if you are using India VIX as an indicator to gauge whether Nifty is going up or down, or to predict anything like that, जनरली वैसा नहीं होता है। हम लोग ने देखा अभी क्लियरली, पास्ट थोड़े महीनों का ही डेटा है, but at least as of now it's not really indicating that it will have any impact on the prices of the market, at least as of yet.
Yes, that is correct. Actually, India VIX represents the fear factor in the market and the wild swings whether it will make or not. So, as the index comes down, it indicates that the probability of the wild swings happening become lower and lower. And but what is surprising is that month to date in October, FII DIIs are net sellers, and yet Nifty has and Bank Nifty has scaled greater highs. In fact, on not Friday, Thursday, FIIs were net buyers, and almost equal amount DIIs kept selling, and yet both the indices ended up higher. So this, in my opinion, indicates that there is a different class of players. Hopefully, the retailers is making its impact felt on the market. What do you say?
I don't think that retailers alone can move the market by this much. So clearly, it's said that FII figures हमेशा accurate नहीं होते. Accurate माने कि they just tell one side of the story. हम रिटेलर लोग को कभी भी पता नहीं चलेगा what has actually happened, and it doesn't matter how we try to twist the numbers. Ultimately, we are retailers, we are not going to know what is happening. Even if we see कि क्या हुआ है, हमें नहीं पता चलेगा कि वो क्यों हुआ है. So it is, I think it's not very relevant to compare the two and try to draw conclusions, especially when we try to think कि क्या किसने किया होगा.
Yes, what you are saying makes perfect sense because last evening I was watching Rakesh Jhunjhunwala's interview, which was, the host was totally incompetent. That apart, what he said is that when Nifty reached 7,500 last year, he was owing 400 crores to the bank, and he had to sell off losses. I mean, not sell off losses, sell off his holdings in great amount of losses because he had to pay off the banks. So when An ace investor trader like Rakesh Junjunwala is not able to comprehend the market. I think we are too small a player to understand all these complexities.
Ultimately, it's a market. No one person knows what will happen. I love giving the example of sabzi mandis. If you've ever been in a webinar or a seminar with me, I will always talk about sabzi mandis. अभी हम लोग को मालूम नहीं है कि आलू कांदा जो भी है उसका भाव कल क्या होने वाला है, right? Even the sellers have some idea, but next thing you know, something happens with the supply of these vegetables and things go wrong. Overnight, if someone says that potatoes are causing some disease, overnight the dynamics will change. So it's a market, collective ही है सब, unless someone is controlling it because they have billions and billions of dollars just lying here to trap retailers because that's what they like doing in their free time. I don't think it's a very very sensible path to go down, if you can call it that.
Okay, right, but that is correct. But all eyes set tomorrow morning at the open on HDFC Bank because HDFC Bank has declared its results. And why am I so interested? The only reason is because I have a bull call spread on it. And if you have not watched that video, please go back and check the bull call spread trade that I have shared last week in relation to HDFC. This is my live position. The other videos are in relation to the positions that I tracked. Coming back to market mechanics, SGX Nifty ended on Saturday morning IST 116 points above. Will the market open 100 plus points? I don't know. KR, what do you feel?
I think again SGX Nifty pe actually I have a shorts video. So if you scroll down like I am doing right now, you'll find a video on the shorts on my shorts of SGX Nifty. Right, this one 51 seconds. उसमें मैंने बोला है कि SGX Nifty is just indicator. We don't know what will happen tomorrow. See, as of now positive bias है. Positive bias किस में था और किस में था, Infosys में था. Infosys kaisa open हुआ, it opened up but then it came down. So I'm not saying this is something that can happen. I'm just saying that we should always be open to such possibilities because even though SGX Nifty might be ठीक है, 116 points is not that big that if it's up 2-3% overnight, then you can say कि there's something going on with sentiments that Nifty might actually sustainably hold 100 200 points plus levels. But I think 116 points, it's happened many times in the past where khulta hai 50-60 points up and then it just does not go anywhere. That's also a possibility, so I wouldn't read too much into this personally.
That's right. And last Thursday's main contributors to Nifty, if you see it the other way, this is a daily chart, right? If you see it the other way, Nifty has left at least many gaps on its way up. So these are the gaps which are going to be filled in and filled in no time when the trend reverses for the moment. So, as KR said, one needs to be very cautious at this point of time as far as index trading is concerned. But let's turn our attention to the nifty lifters of Thursday. And those five are HDFC Bank 41 points, ICICI Bank 24, Adani Ports 23, HDFC 18, and ITC, the sleeping giant, at 12. And the top draggers were once again TCS, बजाज फाइनेंस, टाटा मोटर्स, प्रॉफिट बुकिंग आ गया 500 के ऊपर से, HCL टेक and Eicher Motors. Now, this is surprise candidate is Eicher Motors. So, can we start looking at the chart of Eicher Motors? Maybe there is something interesting. No, I don't
Sure.
think so.
So this is what Aisha Motors chart looks like. I'm intending on posting this episode on my podcast as well. So if you're listening to this and not just watching it, then Aisha Motors के chart आप देख सकते हो if you want to. But it does not look that crazy good, I feel. I mean हाँ ठीक है, यहाँ पर breakout हुआ था, but that retest level is still a good 50 to 70 points away. and ultimately we have seen weakness coming in at 2900 to 3000 plus levels. So as of now, it does show weakness. जो पहले हायर हाई जो हाई बनाया था रादर उसने, that peak that was there, if you want to be technical you can also call it a pivot, that was on 27th September. And on Wednesday 13th October it actually made a lower high. So this might just be the beginnings of a sideways or a retest of sorts. And in order for it to actually hold the bullishness, I would say कि at least उसको 2750 to 2680 का जो zone है वो तो hold करना पड़ेगा, which is still a good 100-150 points away. So as of now, no opinion, no view on iSure.
Okay, great. So things overall look not so bad, and obviously with ATH things will not look bad. So let's look at what are the likely levels as far as Nifty is concerned and Bank Nifty is concerned for the next week.
Right. So here on the screen, you can see the trading range for 18 to 21st October. This is a document that's made by UR only. So a link to this write up is available in the pinned comment. If you are listening to this podcast, then it'll be there, somewhere in the description or the show notes. So do check that out. But as of now, Nifty 18,000 is likely to act as a support, good support, on a closing basis at least. 18,400, 500 next lines of resistance. For Bank Nifty, 38,500 should be a support, and 39,500, 39,700, 39,900 will be the resistance line. So let's see how that goes. Now, one thing I'd like to say that a few episodes ago, some time back, I had said कि अभी ये जो 17K to 18K का जो भागा है निफ्टी, the run up that it has had is possibly the fastest move we have seen so far. I think monthly chart I had shown you that this move is possibly the fastest one that we've seen. हाँ 16 to 17K का था. Now, okay, 18,000, if we look at the daily chart, 18,000 was actually broken on a closing basis on 13th October. And in one day, we are already a smudge below 18,500. If the market is positive on Monday, 18,500 के आसपास आ सकता है. And that means it is halfway there to 19,000. Obviously, थोड़ा far fetched है ये, but it is already halfway there to 19,000 in that case. So I think this also is supported by a trend line that we had done some time back. तो 15 मिनट का चार्ट आपको दिखाता हूं मैं. And if you are listening to this, then it's basically a trend line. You can check it out in my previous videos as well. That this trend line, I had said, once the upper bound of the trend line is broken, then we are likely to see a stronger uptrend. Okay, so as of now, it has broken it. अगर ये hold करता है upper bound of the trend line, then it might just continue being even stronger. So in that sense, I think the journey from 18 to 19K will also be one which is very interesting to observe, because especially around these corporate results time, it can lead to a very sharp move on either side. So I think it's an interesting place where the markets are. And again, in terms of levels, we can see as of now, at least on Thursday, this line was held. Now I would assume that 18,300 would be the very first level where Nifty would find support at, for again for a shorter term, given कि यहाँ पे एक level जैसा है. उसके बाद possibly this 18,250 level, and after that this 18,200 to this level approximately. So as of now, that is what I'm seeing on Nifty. On Bank Nifty, we can see the rise has been even more spectacular. It's just gone vertical on the 15-minute chart. So the first zone I would say is 39,250 or so, and after that यहाँ पर अगर 5 मिनट देखेंगे तो possibly there will be some levels, but I'd say the real significant level would come around here 38,880 के आसपास, and then around here, which is 38,750, and we can see some sort of a base being formed here as well अराउंड दैट 38,600 लेवल, जहां से एक्चुअली ऊपर गया है. सो पॉसिबली यहाँ पर भी बहुत बाइंग हो रही है. In terms of resistances, again, the psychological resistances will hold, but apart from that, it's just picking tops. So, yeah, you are anything else?
No, I think that is it. But what was surprising, if you can look at the insights, those of you who are interested in the nitty gritties, they may look at the insights, and these are the important things that I have observed and about Infosys and TCS. So, apart from this, as I said, the eyes on HDFC and then followed by ICICI Bank, and I think Reliance also is going to declare its result on coming Friday after market hours, if I am right.
According to TradingView, it's 22nd October. So let's see how it
Yes,
goes.
22nd. So 18, 19, 20. Yes, that's right. So 22nd is Friday.
Yeah,
Uh,
and one more stock actually, completely unrelated to Nifty, but it's DMart. Now, DMart has seen a 110% increase in profit, and I believe a 47% increase in revenue. So I don't know if it's priced in, because this rise has been very nice. So perhaps an element of this has been priced in, but I would still be very curious to see how it actually shapes up. In fact, just a couple of sessions back, एक दो videos के पहले ही we had discussed कि how when I entered DMart around here, I felt it was very high, and now look, these levels which felt like they were sky high are just a few pixels. They are tiny specks on the screen. So sometimes these things can happen. Now that's why I'm even more curious कि क्या होता है DMart के साथ कल. So let's see how it goes.
yeah, he is holding this, and that's why he has been almost laughing while talking because he is waiting for few more grocery bills to be funded by the DMart shares. But if you want to catch such moves, friends, please wait for a few moments because there is going to be another video that KR is going to release. And today's swing trading opportunities video is going to come from KR, where you may find such demands of tomorrow. So do not go away, stay tuned.
एंड मेक श्योर यू आर सब्सक्राइब, तो ही नोटिफिकेशन आएगा, तो ही आपके होम स्क्रीन पे आएगा कि मैंने वीडियो अपलोड किया है. सो मेक श्योर यू डू दैट. एंड विद दैट आई होप यू हैव अ नाइस रेस्ट ऑफ योर संडे एंड अ वेरी हैप्पी प्रॉफिटेबल trading week ahead. That's it for this one. See you in the next.
Okay, bye.